Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making this carrot banana cake. If you like to see how it's made, please keep watching. So this is the list of ingredients that I'll be using for this recipe. So first I'll be grating my carrots. I use 3 large carrots for this recipe. If this is your first time visiting my channel, you're welcome. Please support me by subscribing to my channel so I upload new recipes every week, and I'll be glad to have you as part of the Mugs Meals family. Thank you. So I grated 3 large carrots into the bowl. You can see they're finely grated, and after grating it, you can see how it looks. It looks good. It's even colorful right now. You can see how it looks good. So next I'll be using 1 ripe banana for this recipe. I noticed that it is way easier to mash your bananas using a flat plate or saucer than using a bowl, because it's way easier. You can see how smooth it is just mashing the banana with no stress and no bananas jumping out of the bowl. So this is my mashed banana. So after that, I'll be using half a cup of plain flour. I'll be adding cinnamon, baking powder, baking soda, nutmeg powder, and just a drizzle of salt to this. And these are the dry ingredients for this recipe. And now I'll be sieving the dry ingredients into a bowl to get rid of substances and allow her to incorporate into the dry ingredients. Next, I'll be adding sugar to the bowl, brown sugar. I'm using dark brown sugar because this is what I have available. You can use light brown sugar as well. Then I added 1 egg, and now I'm just going to be mixing it till they're finely incorporated, and make sure all the dark brown sugar and the black and the normal sugar are mixed together. You can see they're properly mixed now. After they are mixed, I'm going to be adding sunflower oil. You can use vegetable oil for this recipe, but that is what I had at home, so I used sunflower oil for this recipe. I'm just going to be adding bit by bit until it's finely incorporated. You can also check the description box for the list of ingredients I used for this recipe. So after adding the remainder of the sunflower oil, I just gave it a good mix, and now I'll be adding the dry ingredients into the bowl. So I'm making a very small cake. If you look at the measurements, you know it's a very small one. So I'm just giving it a good mix to make sure the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients are finely mixed. You can mix it for about 3 to 4 minutes on low to medium speed. And after that, you can see how it looks like. Like I said, I'm making a small batter for this recipe. You can see how small that looks. I'm just giving it a good mix. Now I'll just be adding my carrots and my mashed bananas into this, and I'll be giving it a good mix to make sure they are finely incorporated with the batter. And if you like this recipe so far, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, share, and comment, and I'll know it too if you like this video, so I can keep making more videos like this. Thank you. I added more carrots because why not? It's a carrot banana cake anyway. So I just gave it a good mix, and you can see how good that looks. So into my pan, I coated it with butter and parchment paper, and I'll just be adding the butter into it. I'm just pouring it into the baking pan. I preheated my oven to 180. And I'll be baking this for 180 for about 30 to 45 minutes. You can also do the toothpick test to know when your cakes are fully baked. So this is me transferring it to the oven to make sure it's baked. And after baking it, you can see how good that looks like. So I transferred it into the cooling rack to allow it to cool for a bit. And I came in for a closer view to show you guys how it looks. It looks good already, guys. I'm just going to be taking it out of the pan and into the rack again to make sure it is properly cooled. So I came in for a closer look, guys, and this is how my carrot banana cake look like. I am not a professional in icing, but I just wanted a little bit of icing on my cake. So I added cream cheese and butter to a bowl, and I'm just going to be mixing it until they're about a little bit thick before adding my powdered sugar. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I didn't measure my powdered sugar. I just added it as much as I think would be necessary because I just wanted a light icing for this, not too thick. So after doing that, I'm just going to be pouring the icing onto the cake. Like I said, I just wanted the light icing for this, something sweet to go with the cake because My cake is not too sweet, but the amount of sugar I use for it, so I'm just adding a little bit of the icing onto it to make sure it's finely coated. Please guys, don't forget to like this recipe if you like it so far, and don't forget to hit the subscription and hit the notification bell as well. Subscribe to my channel, as it will help me and I'll be glad to have you as part of the family. So after putting a little bit of icing on it, I just came in to cut the cake, and you can see how good that looks. I'm just going to be cutting it into bits to make it easier to serve. And after doing it, this is how my carrot cake looks like. You can see the carrot is finally incorporated in the cake. You can see how good it looks, how the icing looks on it. It looks so beautiful and so good. So I came in for a taste test, guys, to tell you guys how good this tastes. I added a little bit of icing and I tried it, and this tastes yum, really yum. That I came back for another bit of tasting and another more. It tastes so good and so yum. And this is my carrot cake. It looks good, it takes yum, and it's so yummy. Thank you guys for watching. See you next week. Bye.